My name is Leila Johnson, and this is Calm Waters. I tuck my legs underneath my blanket as the setting sun makes the water glow golden outside my window. The horizon of tall evergreen trees beneath the soft lavender and rose-colored sunset is reflected in the lake. I love to pretend that when the wind blows gently across the water, the sun sparkling on the ripples is actually mermaids' tails, appearing for an instant above the water, before gliding back down into the lake. When I was younger and we'd motorboat across the lakes to our cabin, I was completely convinced that mermaids lived in the lakes and that if I believed enough and spent enough time at that cabin, I could become a mermaid too. When I wasn't dreaming about mermaids, I was probably waiting and wishing for the fairies to reveal themselves to me. No place can be more accurately called Fairyland than that little hill where our cabin sits. The moss seems to be sprinkled with fairy dust, resulting in the brightest green I've ever seen. The silvery birch bark and abundant pine needles make the perfect materials for building fairy houses. A short walk down to the lake would reveal countless old fairy houses, carefully constructed by my sisters and me years before. Just beyond the rock, out of sight from the cabin, is a beautiful fairy forest. Small plants gently flutter over the carpet of moss, and the sun streams through the pines in a way that tells me if I could only sit still long enough, without blinking, I'd see the fairies. Mermaids and fairies. For me, only one other place in the world holds the same promise of magical creatures: Laguna de Apoyo. The small tourist location in Nicaragua sits nestled in a picturesque valley surrounding the calmest lake I've ever seen. Quaint cabins with brightly lit outdoor showers tucked behind them line the stone steps winding down the hill towards the dock. Wide knit hammocks sway gently in the shade, and a bar selling the most fresh, flavorful smoothies and fruit juices sits just steps away from the dock. The cabins are beautiful, the food is amazing, and the hammocks are beyond relaxing. But the best part is the water. The lake is slightly heated by geothermal activity, creating the perfect temperature for drifting in an inner tube for hours. My favorite moments are when my sisters and I are playing, and I pause for a moment underwater, my hair gently billowing around my head. The vivid blue-green water is crystal clear. I can see almost to the bottom of the lake, and as I look out into the water, I think I see, just for a moment, the flash of a mermaid's tail. In those moments, I can understand my younger sister's obsession with mermaids. When we first visited Laguna de Apoyo, she wanted nothing more than to have her legs transform into a mermaid's tail, and the lake became her connection to mermaid magic. She used to mix glittery potions and sing special songs in hopes of seeing a mermaid, if not becoming one herself. She even wrote a poem to the mermaid that she believed lived in the turquoise water at Laguna de Apoyo. Regardless of mermaids or fairies, a certain kind of magic underlies all my memories of Laguna de Apoyo. Every recollection seems brighter, more vivid, like a cheerful flashback in an otherwise gray and sunless movie. To me, it has the same enchanting quality as our cabin up north, promising peace, coziness, and simplicity. At the cabin, it is embodied by the gas lamps humming in the evening, the decks of cards just waiting to be used, the Kindle screens that glow long into the night, the pizza pockets cooking on the campfire outside. At the Laguna, it is embodied by the tangy jugo de maracuya, the mismatched inner tubes piled by the dock, the worn threads of the hammocks, the mosquito nets draped around the beds. If there are any places in the world where mermaids and fairies do exist, they are up north at the cabin and nestled in the valley at Laguna de Apoyo. It's been too long since I visited either. Political unrest and travel restrictions have kept me here, where aquamarine lakes and vibrant fairy forests are harder to come by. But I still find glimpses of that enchanting peacefulness woven into the seemingly colorless days. The brightly colored fall leaves, the sunshine warming my back, the frost sparkling on bare tree branches. These simple yet idyllic images remind me that magic lies in the way I look at the world. I realize now that the cabin and the Laguna did more than captivate me with their beauty. They taught me how to find that magic restfulness wherever I go.